Man, Heather B.
Sway.
I don't often say this. It's one of my favorite artists of a generation. I feel like if I kept making music, if I kept going down that path, somehow I'll be walking a similar path to the one this man is walking right now.
I feel like that's a reach.
Damn.
Since we talking about how we feel, but continue.
How? How is that a reach? I mean, this man, his flair, his intelligence, his style, his experience, his background, all of these things, all of these ingredients that make up the recipe of his presentation, of his career, or the things he has to offer. I would have wore what he's wearing today.
I don't think you could pull it off. This is certain fit. This is certain body type. You're not there yet.
Somebody got to turn their head.
You really came out.
We're having a morning.
We're having it's been that kind of morning. It's just like all morning. I've been.
The Warriors won last night for the record.
There
now
you go. We got
Jidenna's
here.
Wow.
You put him on the
Now you want to get on a fight.
Wow.
Downstairs, Tracy.
Free yourself, Jidenna.
Outside.
Jesus, what's good?
It's a crazy room in here.
Game 4 was lovely.
Talk about
Steph, Draymond was back from suspension.
Yeah.
Look,
unlawful suspension.
The whole point of sports is to be emotionally attached to some team that you feel like, that you feel close to. For me, the Warriors, they started their championship year. Their first year was 2015 when I put out my championship song, Classic Man.
Classic Man. Same year.
So I've watched them. I felt like even seeing them like the last couple years, people didn't believe, and then they resurrected, like Lazarus. I feel I feel close to their whole journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it ran parallel to your journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel more attached to them than some of the other teams of places I'm from.
Yeah, Heather.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
That's fine because you're a guest here.
But these family now. He's done been here a couple of times.
I say he asked me. Okay. I have to deal with this and his friends from the Bay Area. It's too much, Jidenna. It's too much. So I'm subjected to this every single day, and I'm quite frankly, I'm over it.
Okay, it's okay.
It's all right, man. They're the defending champions, and they're on their route to defending another championship. And, it's even with the Sac Kings, so I'm a big fan of the Kings.
They're actually amazing.
See, Warrior fans don't
Fox
mind.
Fox is amazing.
So this is where we had. Jidenna's a winner. He's a champion, so he relate to winners and champions.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. Welcome Jidenna back to the show, man.
Thank y'all. It's good to see y'all again.
Yes.
Yo, man. It's been last time you was here. It was pre-pandemic.
Yes.
Oh wow, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic. That's how long ago it was.
Okay.
Was there really a pandemic in your opinion?
It's so funny. I was just I think the trailer to my album we just put out like 2 days ago. And I said it feels like the Mandela effect, where you wonder, like, did that happen?
Yeah.
For me, what's wild is, like, we really walking outside here. And some people I know for years, they act the same way they did in 2019. And that doesn't make sense because that was a historic and seismic shift. And so if something about you didn't shift, then I don't know where you were. But now I'm feeling like maybe it was me. Maybe because the world opened back up. Everybody back to business, back to the grind, back to everything they was doing before.
What shifted in you, though?
Oh, my God.
The bit, because you're not doing everything the same way you did before, right?
That's why I walked in here alone. I'm just like, I was talking to Sway and being around Janelle Monáe, shout out to everything that she's doing.
For real.
That's our
And
girl.
for me, just being like one of my best friends and a mentor for me. I've seen her now in the Hollywood circles, and actors do not move the same way that artists do. The artists walk in with the entourage 20 deep. You ain't never going to see Brad Pitt with an entourage 20 deep. Brad Pitt would have walked right in here. So seeing how actors move just themselves. They're confident. They don't need the bravado. They don't need the puff up of having all these people around them. And so I've that's how I'm moving now. And I've lost a lot of the ambitions I had before.
Be specific. Like,
well, the first thing is like when you're an artist, like you have to be kind of egocentric. A lot of us we have a messianic complex. Like you need it. That's your first album is always I'm him or I'm here.
Yeah.
My first song, I'm a classic, man. Like everybody has that moment, and you run that for the first couple of years.
Yeah.
Some people run it their whole career, which is wild. For me, that's one thing. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that validation. Of course, you like to be recognized for your art. Second piece is like my family relationships, my love life, my friends. These conversations actually with y'all, this matters way more to me than any accolades, any money. I don't need any of that. Like this is what matters. So it's been a shift. I was uncomfortable last year with it because I felt like I had lost something. Like I lost passion, and then I realized, nah, bro. The reality is like we don't have to work as hard as we think we do. That is capitalism, and it is an advancement of what slavery was. We need to rest. Rest can't be a luxury or a privilege for the rich. You can't just work and have to make money to rest. That's your God-given right.
Yeah.
So pleasure, rest, that's what I've been doing. People are like, where you been? I've been loving, I've been living.
Loving and living.
I feel a lot better. I feel a lot healthier than I did when I was in the limelight all the time.
Wow.
You feel healthier, mentally healthier,
Yeah,
spiritually healthier, physically healthier.
Yeah.
Do you get tempted still at all though, Jidenna? Because I don't know if the ego can ever fully leave us. And sometimes, it can get triggered. And not that you indulge and you allow it to jump back into the driver's seat, but you got to remind that it's in the ride, but in the back.
Jidenna, Tracy and Mike are right behind you, just in case. He
wanna
looked
see
at
it.
me like I was an ill person.
What up?
I was waiting for the hologram to
Yeah.
see it.
He's like, oh, shit.
Where's the holographic image?
On the screen.
Right? Do I get tempted? Tempted to do what exactly?
To return back to your old ways in any form.
I don't even have the vigor to do that. Like I don't have the want. That's what was scary. I wanted to be tempted. I want to feel that like the old me, but I can't even do it.
Wow.
I can't. It's hard for me to lie now. I was let me tell you how good a liar I was. Oh my God.
The classic man was a liar?
Oh man, amazing liar. I know the trick to lying. You tell 98% the truth. So the 2% nobody sees it. When I was like in college and broke, I used to go to Walmart, go grab my supplies for school. You put a lot of your supplies on the top of the cart, and then you put the shit you want to steal on the bottom, so that they don't check. And make sure you have a big box that they're not gonna bring out to scan. That way, 98% of what they see is the truth. You paying for the goods, and then the lie is the 2% on the bottom. And of course, nowadays it's harder to pull that skin, but like that's the trick to lying. And I got tired of it. And I got tired of a poker face and tired of being perfect. All those things that I think, quite frankly, Will Smith, I've been reading his book. That's what, I see in his evolution. So I don't get tempted. I can't do it anymore.
You can't lie to yourself. Like,
That's what it is.
Yeah, my mother used to say that to me. You could lie to, and when I was lying, you could lie to all the people all the time, but you can never lie to yourself.
That is true.
All right, you can't. Man, I remember her saying that to me at a tender age.
Yeah.
You talked about loving.
Yeah.
You've been professing your love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How did it hit you?
Man.
Did it hit you, or did it gradually happen?
I met this wonderful woman we had a mutual friend. but we truly met at a beach where when we were not supposed to be on the beaches in LA. There was like this secret party called Love Fest, and a bunch of community activists and artists and whatnot on the beach. And when I saw her, I literally dropped my bag, my soccer ball that I brought to the beach, gave her a hug, and it felt like that moment in Lion King, that Simba Nala moment. It was that. I think we held hands that night.
Yeah.
There was a bonfire on the beach. It was romantic, and to be honest, as much as people probably think I'm Mr. Romantic, most of my life I'm not. I was a workaholic. You know, sex came after I worked, because that's what the men that I idolized, including Malcolm X, did, and that's not the way to live. I do not admire that at all. I'm not looking at somebody who's like, if you like the hardest working man in showbiz like that, I look at that guy, I'm like, ooh, that's rough. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the hardest loving, playing, and working, but I don't want to be just the workaholic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I met her. And since then it's been amazing. I didn't know this would happen.
Yeah.
What?
Come on, get a round of applause.
God
This dude
bless.
was over there
God damn.
smiling. You got to see his face. I know, just like
I'm blushing.
There you go.
I'm blushing.
Matter of fact, that's one of your songs. It's called
Exactly.
Blush, right? Yeah, is
Hell
that what
yeah.
it's about?
Hell yeah, it's about her. The whole story is true. Driving from the Valley to the LBC. I have a ranch in the Valley, and that's a long trip to where she lives in Long Beach. So the record Blush is literally our whole story and how I feel. And the reality is, like, I never made time for a proper relationship once I started music. That was not happening. So without the pandemic, I don't think I would have a love life, to be honest.
Wow.
I was having a great, 2019 was an amazing whole phase for me.
Yeah. Well, we saw it. It was playing out on Instagram.
That was just dance hall things, man.
I was idolizing it. Look at this young man. Go. I had my time. You know, that's why I say I can relate to him, man.
No.
But you got out of the whole phase.
Yeah, to me, when you're gonna be a hoe, and when you're gonna be in a relationship, be in a relationship.
Yeah.
I ain't never been a cheater. Like, I that's not to say I'm like perfect, but I do not cheat because I can't deal with the guilt. Like, I have too much empathy to do that. So I'm once we establish a black and white agreement, I'm with it, and I'm like that with everything.
That's dope.
Business, friendships.
With in love, when you said establish a black and white agreement, that's sitting down and speaking out your intentions and your purpose.
Writing it down.
Oh, you write it down.
I have previous relationships, I have Google Docs. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I'm like that. Yeah.
What are some of the
Yeah.
what are some of the contractual agreements?
Well, let me put this in context. in polyamory, it is, you have to really know what y'all are agreeing to.
Right.
Like, monogamy is a little bit easier.
Okay.
In terms of your contract. There's like a precedent set from like last couple hundred years.
True.
Okay.
Polyamory is different. You have to be very specific about how you're moving, you know, because people think polyamory is just open relationships. It's not. For me, I don't like open relationships. So, then what are y'all doing? If I just meet somebody tonight, do you want me to tell you that I met somebody, or do you want to not know and or know anything about the date, and then I tell you later, like, is it before or after? You know, if I have sex with this woman, then can I have sex with you in the next 2 weeks, or is it gonna be a month after I get tested properly? Like, there's a lot of things.
Wow.
Like, it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope though.
Yeah, yeah.
What if they break the contract? What if they breach the contract? What happens? Do you go to court?
Nah. The beauty of it, it is not marriage. So when you breach the contract, I mean, in polyamory, that pretty much like the house can fall on you.
Yeah.
Real quick, because you have multiple hearts involved now. It's not just one.
Mm-hmm.
You're dealing with two hearts. Well, in my case, two women's hearts, my heart, and then 3 egos.
Mm-hmm.
So the breach is not it. And unfortunately, like, if you don't establish that black and white, I'm like, in the gray areas, I'm not to be trusted.
Okay.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
I tell my lady that now. Like, let's be clear, because if we create any grays, I'm exploring them gray areas. I'm going to test them limits and see where we go. So the Google Doc had a lot of these specifics. I know it sounds really stern and really serious, but a lot of people have like, oh, I told you that I wanted it this way.
Right.
Now I'm like, actually,
The receipt.
you said.
On page
line
2,
21.
Article 3.
Yeah.
Wow. So polyamory is your lifestyle of choice, Jidenna, or is it like based on the particular person you're with? Like, do you feel like you could be with someone that would change your desires to a more monogamous relationship, or no matter who? Polyamory is it?
Some people, I think that naturally, what you call ethical, non-monogamous. Yeah. I think naturally I'm like that. I actually think a lot of humans are naturally like that. That's why you see the divorce rates so high in this country. However, I believe in monogamy for people that love it and can adhere to it. I believe that I want the room to evolve personally. The woman I'm with right now, we're completely exclusive.
Okay.
So to answer your question, I'm in that right now.
Got it.
But she also came from a non-monogamous background. When I met her, she was dating 2 men. And I had come off a long relationship with 2 women. And that's why I was like, oh, this is a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Because I knew she was my equal. And I knew she wasn't going to play no games. Because a lot of people, a lot of women I was dating, they'd be like, okay, I'm kind of into it. I'm kind of open. They get in it and they do not want that.
Yeah.
But I knew she was already in it. But once we met, we were easily what people would call monogamish, meaning we only see each other. But we know, God willing, this lasts forever, for a long time at least. If in 5 years, 10 years, we want to evolve and, something changes, then we'll have that conversation.
Does the contract extend to that?
Sway back on the legal.
Ethically non-monogamous.
Yes.
I think I fall under that column, Heather.
I don't.
Okay. So
I
does
do.
the contract... Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Tracy wants that for me.
I do.
Tracy has actually said, what have you said in the past? That
I've always said you're one of the few men that I would co-sign having multiple wives.
Wow.
I
He's
think
so
it could.
proud.
I really actually
Yeah.
think it could work for him.
Did you see him?
I don't think so. Go ahead, but finish your point, Trace.
Yeah, I just feel like Sway is definitely a charmer, but I also know that he's responsible with his charm. You know what I mean? And a lot of women gravitate towards him.
Charmer is code for full of shit.
I just think that Sway
Charming.
could
Yeah, that nigga
balance
full of
bringing
shit.
a lot of
I'm a
value to a
charmer
lot of
too,
women.
like,
Full of shit.
Thank you, Tracy. That's why I know deep down inside you're a Warriors fan too.
Wow.
So if she chooses to evolve in a relationship and bring another man into the scenario, does he have to sign a contract?
So right now with her, I don't have the Google Doc that I had before. We don't. I mean, again, because I'm exclusive with her, it's kind of easier. We do a ritual every month to update each other on our delights and our grievances and everything. If a man was to come in, because then we're part of the same constellation,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I don't want to be intimate with him, it's still we're all in a relationship in some sort. So we have to talk about it. I've been in situations like that. With her, I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I don't want another woman. She doesn't want another man. So, but yeah, we would have to discuss that. So if in 10 years, like I said, if she's like, hey, it's been great, but like I met somebody. I was in Spain. I was in Madrid. I met somebody. I'm enjoying him. It would probably be hard for me.
Yeah.
But we can have a conversation. I'm not so insecure that like, nah, you mine. Like women are not property, bro. I think it's lame that we ask women to. We want to have multiple women. We don't want women to have multiple men.
Talk
And
about
that's why
it.
he can't work with that
What do you
situation.
mean? Why?
Do you relate to that,
That's
Sway?
his
Well,
question.
you just pointed at me.
Look, first of all,
Did
hold
you
on.
hit it?
It's natural to be jealous. It's natural to be insecure. It's
Yeah.
natural. For me, I grew up socialized as a man. I'm like, nah, I don't want you with nobody else.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now with her. What I'm saying is, at a certain point, you have to recognize that you know, if you want to have your cake, you can't eat it too. You know, you have to. She has to have the freedom to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's already imbalanced. The power's imbalanced. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll tell you, I've been in that situation. It is not easy. It's yeah.
Yeah. Enough
did-
said.
It's advanced. That's advanced settings. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
advanced settings.
That's
Okay.
advanced settings.
All right, we're gonna play Blush. This is the one that started it all.
Okay.
Well, this is speaking of the queen he's speaking of right now. This is what this song is about, and we're gonna come back. Look, I want to open up the phone lines too. You got any comments on this conversation? Is there somebody in your life that's making you blush when you mention them?
Ow.
888-742-3345. This off the new album, Me and You God, out May 5th. Jidenna. Shade 45. Wow, Jidenna, brand new. It's called Blush off the project Me and You God, out May 5th. We got Cedric on the line from New Orleans. Ceddy, what up?
Ced, what up?
Said what he said.
Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all?
Excellent, man. How you
Y'all
doing,
hear me?
bro? Yes.
I'm all
Yes,
right.
sir.
What's good, Jidenna, man? How you doing this morning, bro?
What's good, Cedric? Bless.
I'm coolin', man. Look, I just wanted to tell you, bro, that first album you put out was a banger, bro. Like Helicopters, Beware.
Hey.
I love that song. Like,
Hey, day
Yeah,
one.
I mean,
Appreciate
like-
you, brother.
bruh, Trampolines. Like, man,
Hey.
man, you got some bangers on that first album, bro. And you the truth, bro. Like, you,
Man,
you should
bro,
be
I
putting
appreciate
out a
you
lot
calling and
more
saying
fucking
that.
music, bro. Like, you are. I don't know how to describe it, bro. You the truth, bro. Like, real talk. Like, I love
Hey,
your
man.
music, bro. You got beautiful art, man. But
Hey,
Helicopters
man,
is
I
one of my
appreciate that.
favorite songs. No problem, bro.
Thank you for calling in, bro, and just saying that. I take all the affirmation, bro. My ego and my soul need it, bro.
Anytime, man. Hey, bro, there was one day I was listening to your song, and I just put your music on, and you went on live one day, like, and I couldn't talk to you or nothing, but you went on live right after I put your song on. I was like, man,
Wow.
this must be a sign. But that man,
Synergy,
you're a
bro.
goat,
Hey,
Yeah,
man, I
bro.
appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Sadie Bo, May
That's
5th, the new
sweet.
project comes out, Me and You God. We'll talk about that title. You a citizen,
Sway
said.
in the morning.
All right, I'm going to open up the phone lines, 888-742-3345. Clay, we got Jidenna in the house. What up, Clay?
Hey, Clay.
What's up? How y'all doing?
What up, Clay?
Excellent, man.
Yeah, I
Clay
just heard
Thompson,
you.
bro. Thank you, man.
didn't. Oh, that's my man. I mean, I'm light skinned too, and I'm a shooter. I'm not him, but you know, he's legit.
Okay, another warrior. Another. Go ahead, Clay.
Yeah, but I was just hearing a comment about. I didn't. You know, I was in and out, so I didn't hear specifically who he was talking about, but about the young lady that's in his life and just how he's feeling it. And that's, you know, it's a real corollary going on in my life right now. And this way it meant, you know, if it's somebody in your life like that, you know, I just wanted to call and mention that person's name. I know they're not listening. They don't have accent radio, but, you know, it just makes me feel good to say their name.
Aw.
Say their name, bro. Say the
Say
Yeah,
name.
her name is Caitlin, man, and she's wonderful as shit.
Oh, man.
Wow, see, I like that.
I love
Got me
that,
there,
bro.
Right? Yeah.
That's
You know,
awesome.
making
Bro, bless
decisions
on.
and feeling a certain way where you just
Yeah.
don't care about nothing else but, you know, making that
Yes.
person happy.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, man. Clay, you know, Jidenna did something on his Instagram where they just asked, I want to say like 100 black men about love. Have you ever been in love and what it felt like, right? You know, I thought that was mad interesting. And, and Clay, it sound like you describing love.
Yeah, well, I'm 53 years old, and, you know, I thought I'd been in love a couple times before, which I maybe was, but what I got going on now is some old different stuff, so maybe I wasn't in love. I don't know, but I am right now.
Man. Hey, man,
Let's
I'm
go.
happy for you, bro. Blessings on your relationship. Blessings on love. I'm just happy when I hear people in love. I'm happy when I hear men who are who realized you could be masculine and blush at the same time.
Yeah, man.
So shout out to you, brother. Thanks for calling in and sharing your love on air.
Thank you, Clay. You're a super citizen,
Let's
bro.
Sway in the morning.
All right, let me take one more call. Darian's on the line from Virginia. D, go ahead, man. Talk to us.
Hey, Darian.
Hello. Good morning. Long time listener. This is actually my second time getting in. Called in before Rolling Loud. My voice was gone. My voice is back today. And I just wanted to shout out somebody because I was listening to the song and it kind of spoke to me as well. Her name is Akila, and I just wanted to shout out because she's amazing. And there's nobody that I've ever met like her.
This is beautiful.
I can hear it in your voice, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this.
Nah, I love this, bro.
Day.
What you love about Akiba, man? What is it about Akiba you love?
Well, she just brings me kind of like a peace that I've never felt before in life. And then she just is so understanding because I already had 2 kids when I met her, and she was very understanding of that and still willing to try to go ahead with me in life.
So she grounds you in a way.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
that is amazing, bro. It sounds like y'all can communicate too. You said she's understanding, and communication is one of the cornerstones of relationships. Yo, so I'm happy for you, bro. Wishing you and Akila, is it?
Yes.
I'm wishing y'all well, bro.
All right, man. Make
I'm
sure you
wishing
get
you
the
well,
album.
Thank y'all so much.
Me and You God is out May 5th, and when I say You God, I don't mean from the Wu-Tang Clan.
You know, I've been letting you say the album wrong because I've been enjoying it. It's me, you, and God.
Oh, it's me, you, and God.
Me, you, and God. But I honestly, I've been loving it
It's the way it's written on our notes.
It's giving Sway and Tech. It's giving TRL. It's giving those days. I've been loving it. Me and You God.
Okay. It's me, you, and God. Me,
Yeah.
you, and God.
Yeah,
yes. Okay.
Don't worry. I'm not one of them.
Okay.
My name is Jidenna. You know how many people mispronounce my first name?
True.
This is true, man.
So
Thank you for being
Still
cool.
mispronounce it. Mike Muse. I'm joking. Mike Muse, come on in, man. I know you a man of love.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What's up, Jidenna?
What's good?
Question for you. Earlier this morning, I was reporting on political news about how often people who express their political views publicly, they live differently privately, their political dynamics. I'm just curious about polyamorous. It isn't a traditional partnership that we talk about in society. I'm just wondering, do you find like there's a bigger tribe out there than what people may expect, those who are in polyamorous relationships or non-traditional monogamous relationships?
Oh yeah, polyamory is one all over the place, and 2, it's in Brooklyn. 3, it's in LA, and in the Bay as well. So I find no shortage of poly people around the world. Like some years ago though, I had to go on like forums to learn about it. Okay. I was trying to figure out like how do you get married, and now in Somerville in Massachusetts, I think they're the first city to allow polyamorous marriages actually on paper. Mm-hmm. But there's a whole poly community, and that's how I've been able to tinker with my advanced settings just by asking people questions. But it's all over the place. And most people are poly naturally but don't know it.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Look, I want to talk about your approach to this album because I recall when you came last time, you told us when you approach music, you like to pray over songs, you like to pour libations, and you'll channel a character, a musical person from the past. Did you do that with this project?
I did. You got a great memory. One, I'm very influenced by location. I made this predominantly in California. So it has a lot of the landscapes of the PCH highway up and down the coast. It has the landscapes that mushrooms provide. And I'd say the 70s, I wasn't born in the 70s, but I always wish I was. Or I wish I came of age there. So a lot of the people that I was tapping into, whether it was Marvin or Isaac Hayes, they're on that. They're in there, you know, the Isley Brothers. And then also some like 70s psych rock because I love that. Like anybody from like some of the Beatles psychedelic stuff, Jefferson Airplane. But yeah, I reached out to them. I'm always asking, can you please help me with this song? You know, everyone want to go on use AI, but we also got ancestors.
Okay.
You can, and if you don't reach out to them and employ them, then they ain't gonna help you. You got to ask for help to receive it.
Ancestral intelligence.
Well,
The original AI.
You hear what she did, Mike Muse? Tracy on fire over there. You know?
Come on, man.
Tracy is in rare form.
What is in your
That's
coffee this morning? Jeez.
Athletic greens. That's my coffee.
Okay. All right. Slow down, Tracy.
Yeah, I think definitely ancestral intelligence. I think that we in the 70s, I find a lot of the men were sensual and hard and cool and all of that at once. It wasn't a big deal. You'll see a lot of the pictures they laying down. You ever realize that?
Yeah.
Isaac Hayes spread. Even some of the
Marvin
actors at the
Gaye.
time.
Yeah.
What's his name? I'm blanking on dude, but you just see Burt Reynolds. There's that spread. He just butt ass naked, just laying down.
Wow.
Men laid down in the 70s. What was it about that time? I don't see that now.
Right? That's
Laying
so true.
down.
Just laying down, like head on the pillow, like Marvin Gaye, just
laying back.
just laying back. We don't see that now. We up.
We up.
So,
That is interesting.
so to me, that was such a special time, and you know, hip hop had a lot of great things, but there's definitely a part of hip hop that was grind culture, and I think we wear all the sweats and hoodies, but don't be laying down.
We don't lay down, man.
We wear cozy clothes, but
Right.
don't be on cozy pillows.
Yep.
No, man. I'm a person who came up in the 70s, and it was a beautiful energy, bro.
If it looked like it.
Man, my uncles used to wear the big butterfly collars with the buttons down and the hair on the chest, and men smell like men. You know what I mean?
The musk.
The musk was
The masculine musk.
Tight ass slacks.
Yeah.
You know, with shoes on, and that's probably why I lay down, Heather.
Like, he just sets me up for one-liners all day. So I'm gonna just.
Did you know that? Because you got a song called "Safe" on this album,
Yeah.
right? And man, you collaborated with one of the greats, Bootsy Collins. Man, big round of applause for Bootsy Collins. Now, I know you also a Bay Area. You're one of us, you know. So you're a Bay Area citizen. Did you know that Drew Down is the son of Bootsy Collins?
Oh my God, I did not know that.
Yeah, Drew Down, Bootsy Collins. Did you not know
know
this?
that either.
Wow.
Drew Down.
Drew Down. Give it up. Give it up. Give it. But listen to his voice.
Oh,
Look
that's
at
why
him.
he has those intonations.
Yeah, look at him.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Ain't that something?
I did not know that.
Yeah, take that, Jim. Go ahead, man.
I'm glad I didn't know that when I talked to Bootsy on the phone, though, because, you know, I might have done some, like, corny fanboys. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know your son, but, like, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
I got so shout out to Jillian, who works, who's our A&R. She's been pushing me and Roman John Arthur, the lead producer for this project, who's the extraordinary musician.
He's incredible, man. Salute to him, man.
That dude plays everything. So she's been keeping us along our pace, and she hit up Bootsy's camp and was like, hey, would you love to do a song with Jidenna? He said, yeah, you know. He hopped on the phone. I'm not even going to imitate his voice because he was groovy. All his word, like his word choice is just out of this world. It was cosmic. It was, you know, steeped in 70s soul and aesthetic. And he said, I'm down. I heard those words, and it way cooler than I just said it. And within like a week, you know, he sent back his parts, and we made the record.
I was blown away.
Yeah, man. I never dreamed of that. You know what I mean? I saw other artists, some of my favorite artists like Tyler, the Creator, Kali Uchis do it. Of course, Silk Sonic. But I never thought that I have that privilege. So Bootsy came on the record. Safe is such a special one too. It's one like Bambi where I feel like, oh, I made another classic record. Like my whole goal of being a classic man was not the suit, but to make classics and to make songs that would stand the test of time, that would stream high in like 2050. You know what I mean? That's always been my goal. And also to take risks as a man. Classic Man was a risk.
Mm-hmm.
It was a risk to wear a suit. It's a risk to wear a finger curl in East Flatbush, New York.
Yeah.
It's a risk for me now to say I am safe with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Men don't say that. You safe with me.
Yeah.
We never say we safe.
with a
So
woman.
old boy that just hopped on, I forgot his name, Darian, I think.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, I feel a peace. What he's actually saying is he feels grounded, which means he feels safe
Yes.
with her. The world is scary. It is a trippy life.
Yeah.
Every morning, all the flood of information on your cell phones, your emotional, like somebody hit you with a text, so-and-so is dying. Next text, where you at? What you doing tonight? Next text, like, hey, we need to get this done by X date. It's a lot of information every day. And so to have somebody that just grounds you, make you feel safe is everything. So this record is really about that. It's one of the best feelings in the world.
Go ahead and introduce the
Amen.
song, man. Go ahead and introduce the song.
What's up, y'all? This is Jidenna, and it's my brand new record, Safe, featuring Bootsy Collins.
Jidenna is here.
Gorgeous
Me,
record.
you, and God.
Me and you, God.
That's so good.
So he had him in the Wu-Tang.
Oh, you know, I often try to rename people's albums. Trying to help them sell them. You know, that's it, dog. I'm trying to help you out here, man.
People gonna be bumping and expecting a Wu-Tang album, bro.
Me and you, God.
Me and you, God.
That's hilarious.
No
It's
woo.
a jizzle.
All right. We got Isaac on the line from Minnesota. Isaac, you want to comment?
What
Hey,
up, Isaac?
Hi, guys. How you doing? I'm a long-time listener. I just wanted to reach out and express that I know Laura Moss, Jidenna. She was in my
Wow,
wedding.
bro. That's crazy. Laura's my cousin, man. Laura's amazing.
I
That's so
know.
cool that you call. You
Dude,
said, I know.
seriously. I'm like freaking out right now. Because
You know what's funny? As soon as you hopped
What's that?
on, I was like, you said about, like, I was like, oh, he's either Canadian or he's from, like, Wisconsin or somewhere up north. Where are you from, bro? Midwest?
I'm actually from Caledonia, Minnesota, but I live in the Rochester area.
Oh,
right now.
nice.
But
Nice, bro.
Laura lives in the Boston area now, and we don't get to see her much anymore. But man,
Yeah.
every time I see her, we're always talking about you because like I'm just starstruck that you're her cousin, and it's just good conversations.
Hey, man, thanks for calling, bro. See what I'm saying? Conversations with fam. You fam of my fam, so you fam, bro.
That's what's up.
Thank you, brother.
Hey,
All right, Isaac.
if you could
Hey,
reach
let
out to
Laura
Laura
know.
and let her know we talked, man, that'd be awesome.
Oh, man. Laura gonna hear this.
Okay.
Laura's not a cool.
Oh,
She one of the
yes.
coolest people
Love
in
it.
Boston, bro. But Laura's amazing, man. Thank you, brother.
All right, you're a citizen,
Sway in
Isaac.
the morning.
Is it Tadiwa?
Safiwa.
Did I say it
From
correctly?
Dallas.
Okay, how you doing?
Safiwa?
Safiwa.
Safiwa.
Okay.
Yes, Safiwa.
Beautiful.
So
What's the
Jidenna?
origin of your name?
my name came from Zimbabwe. I am not from Zimbabwe. I'm actually from Cincinnati, Ohio. But the midwife that delivered me was from Zimbabwe because my parents didn't know what to name me. I was an accident child. It was like, we don't know. Just give her a name, and that's what it was. So that's where it came.
What does it mean?
Gift.
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 Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
beautiful.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Wow.
Thank
Shout out
you.
to that midwife. She hooked you up. Boy.
Yeah,
The parents
she
was
did.
like,
The whole
call her
name is
anything.
actually
Oops.
We don't know.
Safiwa Kauda. So the whole name is
Wow.
Safiwa Kauda. It means cherished gift.
Nice.
So, Jidenna, what I want to say to you is you came so real when you were like, what's good for me is good for she. And when you deal with male egos, it's really hard for a man to accept that his woman can find pleasure in another man. So I
Yes.
applaud you for saying that and having that realism. But what I wanted
Yes.
to ask you was, while your current woman is out, while everybody else out here is snatching waist, she snatched your heart. Do you feel like being in the industry that poly lifestyle is should be the norm? I mean, because you just have women at you all day, and women in the industry have men at them all day. So do you think that is probably like the norm? I mean, I know a local musician And he's like, I can't date anybody exclusively because every weekend I'm seeing different women. Is that a challenge in that industry? Do you think it should be the norm?
Is
that
it a
the
challenge?
norm?
Well, I wouldn't say it should be anything, number one, but I think that it is. It's a part of it. Like, there's a lot of musicians that will say they're poly, but I think there's a difference between being polyamorous and you can't keep your shit in your pants. Like, everybody has temptation, and it's not just men. Women are equally as sexual and sensually stimulated. I don't think that that a lot of people that say they're poly have really delved into the lifestyle, number one. Two, for me personally, I don't want nobody but the woman I'm with. I don't have no problem, bro. I go to plenty of parties and events. I interview with beautiful women all the time. My IG has women that pop up. I don't want anybody because I've made a choice in my heart. Really, I feel like it was made for me. And if we don't want to be with anybody in 20 years, then we won't be with anybody. I don't feel like I'm betraying my polyamorous community or anything. It's just what my soul says. So I feel like it's up to the person. I'm sure there's artists, it's hard for them to go around and, like, you see people all the time, but I look at people as works of art. God created a beautiful shell.
There you go.
But that's it. I'm not worried about that personally. I don't think it should be the norm. I just think people should be exposed to alternate relationship structures, but most of all, be true to themselves and whoever they're dealing with.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you.
The new album is called Me, You, and God. It's out May 5th. All right.
Beautifully said.
May 5th.
All right.
I'm on it. All right.
Thank you. All right. Have a great day. Hell, do you want to say anything in closing?
Bye, Sway.
Okay. Thank you, HB.
I'm dealing with him all day, Jidenna. I'm so happy that you came by, though, on a serious note. Thank you for your honesty. I agree with our caller. Like, very open conversation, and it definitely needs to be extended. Yeah. Thank you for sharing on and off mic, for real.
Hey, man, we have to.
Yeah.
We don't know, we don't know if tomorrow's given. Like, I'm not going to end on a lie or end on being shallow. We got to just share our truths, and that's what we're doing. And especially with this project, like, it's very different than any other project. I sing mostly on the album.
You sound nice, too.
You sound nice. Thank you, bro.
Good, bro. From the songs I've heard.
Yeah. I'm trying, like, different parts, different tones. A lot of falsetto because I was listening to old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tapping into just different sides of myself. But the big thing is coming off of the last project, 85 to Africa. Like, my offering at that time was reminding people of African descent, black people, that we have a larger world at our disposal, and we can channel that power wherever we are, but Africa is our center.
Absolutely.
We are now in that now. This is years later, and everybody's bumping African music. People are going left and right to Ghana. I miss you, bro.
Yeah.
By a couple of days, I told Vic and Chance and Toby, I'm sorry. I had to go see my sister in South Africa, but I missed it, but I was in Accra. And seeing that like, me and our crew, we were one of the people that made that happen. So it's great to see it become a black holiday across the world. But I'll tell you this, when you're building a bridge, you can't just lead people over that bridge if people ain't safe. And for me, the number one, the safety of women matters so much to me. And I started realizing in the last few years that we can't just, like, travel on a black highway, a global black highway, when women ain't safe, when the queer community ain't safe, when we aren't safe ourselves or safe from ourselves. So all this album is more in my own personal revolution as opposed to outward facing in the world. And that's the difference between 85 to Africa and Me, You, and God.
I love that, man. Thank you, brother.
Yes.
Man. And thank you for the work you did with my brother Shaka Bars.
Oh, yeah.
Shaka Bars raising
Great
money
work.
and doing some 10 toes down work in the Congo, bringing awareness of what's going on in the Congo. And I know you I met him for the first time in person when I was in Ghana.
Accra,
yeah, man. And so we'll talk next time. I want to go in that direction.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jidenna, this was excellent, man. Give this man a round of applause, citizens. Come on, man.
Thank you, Sway.
I love it, brother. Love you. Continue.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely, man.